Scratch a third of a QR code, tape a logo over the middle. It still scans instantly. That shouldn't be possible for something that's supposedly just a grid of black and white squares. Smudge a barcode like that, and a scanner gives up immediately. There's a hidden trick baked into every single QR code you've ever scanned. A piece of math that lets it survive real damage. Let's cut one open and find it. Here's the part almost nobody realizes. A QR code isn't really a picture of your data. It's a message, plus extra check data bolted on, all packed into the same grid. That check data doesn't spell out anything on its own. Its whole job is to let a scanner rebuild pieces that go missing. You're not looking at one copy of a message. You're looking at a message wrapped in its own repair kit, riding along in the very same squares. What you were taught without anyone saying it out loud is that a code is fragile, like a barcode, where one smudged line and the scanner just fails. So a scratch, a logo, a coffee stain should kill it instantly. That's the myth. In reality, a real-world QR code is built assuming damage is coming, and it's engineered to shrug most of it off. The people who designed it planned for scratched stickers and grubby fingers before you ever printed one. The math behind it is called Reed-Solomon error correction, and it's not new or QR specific. It's the same system that lets a scratch CD keep playing music, lets a hard drive and RAID storage survive a failed disk, and even lets space probes phone home through cosmic static. Squares in the grid aren't just data. They're also equations about the data. Lose some squares, and the surviving equations are still enough to solve for what's missing. Think of it like this. Instead of storing the numbers 4, 9, and 13, the code also stores their sum, 26. Scratch out the 9, and you can still recover it. 26 minus 4 minus 13. Reed-Solomon does that trick with far more numbers and clever equations, spread across the whole grid, so it can reconstruct dozens of destroyed squares at once, not just one. QR codes actually come in 4 correction strengths, and the designer picks one. The lightest can recover from about 7% damage. The heaviest, used whenever a logo sits in the middle, can recover from around 30%. More correction means more repaired data packed in, which is why heavily protected codes look denser and busier. That thickness is armor, not clutter. It's a trade-off. More armor buys more survivability, but it eats into how much actual data the code can carry. This is why a peeling parking sticker, a sun-faded poster, or a logo stamped over the center all still scan. The designer built in enough repair data to expect exactly that kind of damage. Push past the limit, though, scratch away half the code, and the math finally runs out of room to rebuild, and the scan fails for good. There's always a line where repair turns into simple, unrecoverable data loss. So a scratch QR code isn't surviving by luck. It's surviving because it was never really one fragile copy of your data. It was always data plus a repair kit, built to take a hit and rebuild itself anyway. Next time your phone reads a torn, muddy sticker in half a second, you'll know exactly what just happened under the hood. Stick around, we keep cutting things open.